ladies and gents. We're here for day 59 of radiation treatments. It's 9:55 in the morning. My appointment's at 10:15. So after today, I've got 6 more treatments, 5 next week, and 1 the Monday after that, and I'll be done for whatever comes next. Hopefully nothing comes next. I know I'll have to go in for a PET scan in a few months to make sure everything's good, and hopefully that's it. I don't know. I've been saying that for a year now, but I'm still here a year later, almost about 10 months, I guess. I don't know, from July of last year, and this is May. So yeah, it's been 10 months. So I got another week of this, and we get to I get to take it easy. The guy in the car next to me is sound asleep. He's sitting here, must be waiting for somebody. Most of their business is chemotherapy and radiation, what I'm doing. It's mostly chemo right now. It's slowed down a little bit in the radiation department, and that's a good sign. But they're never empty, never. The parking lot's always pretty much full. It's been a little light the last few days, people finishing up and stuff like that, people getting ready to start. It's not a good place to be hanging around. People in here are fantastic, by the way. They're all really fantastic folks. It's really a pleasure dealing with them. Oh, I'm getting dry mouth. I gotta get me a drink out of the back here. Hang on a second. Alright, I got it. Jug of water. Alright, I'm going in, folks. I'll see you on the flip side. Alrighty, folks, we're done for another week. I was in and out of there in 10 minutes. It's real slow this morning, on my side anyway, on the radiation side. Anyway, it's 59 done, 6 to go, for a total of 65. Of course, I had that 4 or 5 month gap in between the first one and this one because I had the surgery. But anyway, I'm gonna go see if my buddy Lloyd's around, and probably turn off the sound from here on out, put some music on for you till we get to where we're going. Yes, I still got to get a camera mount inside this car. Something I've been threatening to do for a year now, and I still haven't done it. Camera just kind of freewheels it up on my dashboard. Probably not a good idea. But, oh, there it goes. Bouncing around like crazy. That's alright. Be alright. Be alright. Hope everybody got a good weekend planned, or has a relaxing weekend. Every day's relaxing for me. I don't get stressed out. I don't get upset very much, very often. Once in a while. Not very often. I never get depressed. I just don't know why, I just don't. Ain't built into me, I guess. It's not the way I'm wired. Anyway, I'll shut up, speed the video up at some point here, and throw some music on for you. And this is the route that you used to sing, the one right ahead of me, which is 9th Street, which is where the Dollar General that I go to is. I haven't been in there for a while. It's been probably a month since I went in there. I don't know why, I just haven't needed anything from there. I do most of my shopping at the supermarket. I used to come up here a lot for soda and stuff like that, but I've had everything delivered for a while now. It's a lot easier. It cost me about a $60 to $70 a week to drive back and forth to get the radiation, so I just cut back on the junk food. Besides, I can't taste anything anyway, so I have to force myself to eat. I've got 3 cases of protein drinks. I pretty much live off those because it's the only thing I can tolerate. I can eat other stuff, but it all tastes like sheet metal. It's nasty. I tried just bread and butter. That works pretty good. I'll have a couple of slices of bread and butter. Have a protein shake and a piece of chocolate or something. Can't taste any of it, but you know. What are you gonna do? I'm alive, that's all I care about. Still kicking. Still kicking after all these years. I don't believe how old I'm gonna be this year, but I'm gonna be 70 years old in a few months. Crazy. I never thought I'd live to be 30. I was convinced of it. I was wrong. I've lived twice that long, then some. I don't know why. I wasn't always the calm, good-natured individual I am today. Spent most of my life in trouble and out of jail. Barroom brawls. But I decided to change my ways after I had my first kid. That was over 40 years ago. I changed my ways. Never went back to jail again. It's been 50 years since I've been in jail. I think, yeah, 50 years. I've been good for 50 years. Well, maybe I just didn't get caught for a few years. Maybe it went a little longer than 50 years ago. I don't know. Anyway. I figured there was no future in being a desperado, I learned. I was 25 when I had my first kid. It'd be 25, 35, 45, 55. Yep. I was 25 years old. Turned my life around. I've been arrested for a whole bunch of stuff. Mostly weed, possession of weed, sales of weed. I get a felony for sales of controlled substance. That was weed back in the early 70s. It's still on there. They never go away. That was 50 years ago. I don't care. It's never affected me at all. I've always been able to find a job. Always worked. Anybody can change if they want to. If they're aware that they're screwing up, they can. If they never become aware that they're a screw up, then they never change. That's why we have First Amendment auditors, ruining their life at such a young age, most of them. And you can see they grow into old men that still do the same thing. Still don't get any further ahead by doing it. Been in 3 I was 16 years old until I retired from the motorcycle scene about 11 or 12 years ago. I retired from my last club, and then after that I built my own chopper from scratch. Started with a bear frame and wheels and handlebars and everything. Put it all together, and that's the one I show in my videos once in a while, the white one. Sometimes it was white, sometimes it's black. I painted every once in a while. $9 paint job on it. 2 cans of Krylon. I ain't into all the fancy. I build them to ride, not to look pretty. But it was pretty, and it was fast. It was scary fast. Those days are behind me. I'm still thinking about getting another bike. Just for puttering around in front of the store, stuff like that. Not racing up and down the street at 100 miles an hour, which I've done many times right here in town. I've gone up the main street from one end to the other at 100 miles an hour. Me and 4 other people. Cops were chasing us. They never caught us. Oh man, that was some time, I'll tell you. It was fun. Dangerous as hell, but it was fun. Now, it doesn't look like he's there today. Damn it, he's never there when I'm coming by. Something like that. He's got the bike that I might buy. He offered me a hell of a deal on it, one I can't really pass up. Then he went and changed the handlebars on it, put on these 20, 22 or 24 inch ape hangers on it. I do not like those. I don't like those real high ape hangers. If my hands are above my head when I'm riding, it's not me. Handlebars themselves cost $500. I didn't like the ones he had on it originally either. They were drag bars. I don't like drag bars either. I like buckhorns. That's my preferred handlebar. It's the same handlebars that came on the 70 model Sportsters. But in 1970, they were only 7/8 inch handlebars. Now they're 1 inch or 1 1/4. You gotta be careful you buy the right ones for the bike that you're putting together. You can always change out the dog bones. That's what holds the handlebars to a different size if you want to. But anyway, yeah, I built my motorcycle in my living room until I got time to put the engine in it and everything. I built the whole rolling chassis in my living room. When I got it out, I couldn't put the handlebars on until I got it out of the house. But I got them on after I got it outside. Took it up to my buddy's house. We put the engine, transmission, all around gear, belt drive. Had a 3-inch belt drive on it. Got it all running down there. It was fun. I had the motor from the bike I had before that one. I took it out of the bike I had before that one. That thing was falling apart. Life's been pretty good to me. You get what you put into it. No more, no less. If you're a perpetual victim, you go nowhere in life. You're going to be a victim your whole life, in your own head anyway. And I chose not to be that way. Now I'm just a YouTuber. And now I'm going home. Figure out make a couple of videos, kick back, take it easy like I always do. Who knows? Anyway, somebody's doing some work on this house on the left over here. Now, look at that, they're painting and everything. It looks like they gutted the inside of the house and got that done. Now they're working on the outside. Little Mexican guy, I see him out there all the time. He's all by himself, working on that house. The neighborhood I live in is 80% Spanish. This little side road here where I live is not. I don't know why. I think there's a black guy that lives down the end of the street. People right next to me are white folks, and the people across the street are white folks now. You never know over there. It used to be anybody, you know, you'd have black families, Spanish families. None of them ever stayed. They were always gone in 3 months. These people over here now, they're pretty good. They don't bother anybody, just normal people for a change. That's good for a change. Anyway, that's it for today, folks. I'll talk to you later. Love you. Bye.